Hi, Dr. Brad here with Hope Clinic. We're going to talk today about antibiotics. Now, antibiotics are very useful in certain situations, obviously, if you have a bacterial infection. Now, if you don't have a bacterial infection, antibiotics are not going to be useful, although that can be confusing because antibiotics have an anti-inflammatory component to them. So they can make it look like you took care of an infection when there was a different infection there, like a virus or a fungus or something like that, or there are some other inflammatory conditions. So we have to be thoughtful of that when we take antibiotics. Just because you felt better for a while doesn't mean the antibiotic actually worked all the time. Now, antibiotics are really useful for bacterial infections. The main side effect of antibiotics is how it affects the digestion. What it tends to do is cool down the digestion, bring inflammation down in the digestion, and then your digestion can't work as well. And it also can kill good bacteria that we use to digest properly, and also helps the rest of our immune system. So what we recommend is if you're on an antibiotic, drink ginger tea like a couple cups a day. It doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult. Now, some people can't drink ginger tea. They have allergies to ginger or some other issue like that. Well, any kind of warming herb will work. So another good one might be cinnamon. Doing cinnamon tea twice or 3 times a day when you're on an antibiotic. Another mistake people make is they'll use a probiotic while they're on an antibiotic. Now, probiotics and antibiotics, they work against each other. You can think of you're trying to use that antibiotic to kill off bad bacteria in the body, but you just add more bacteria to the body with the probiotics. You're building the kind of the antagonist to the antibiotic. So what we recommend is if you want to take a probiotic, take it after you're done with the antibiotic because they do seem to inhibit some antibiotics from working effectively. Now, another thing that can be misleading with an antibiotic is it works on bacterial infections. There are some infections that can be bacterial, but can be there because of another infection, say a fungal infection behind it, or like yeast or candida or something like that, or a virus. A real common example can be strep throat. Strep throat is, we all have strep in our throat, bacterial strep, and strep throat is when you have an overgrowth of that. Now, if you have an overgrowth of that, it's really common and makes sense to use an antibiotic for that. The catch is strep throat almost always has a viral component behind it, if not always. Example is, how does an entire classroom get strep throat from each other? Strep does not move very easily from one person to another, especially if it's in the back of the throat, but a virus does. So that can help us. So if you're on an antibiotic, remember, you might need to do something for another infection that's allowing the bacteria to grow as well. So I'm Dr. Brad with Hope Clinic. We try to help people find healthcare options that fit.